Entertainment is in effect. The best boxing podcast on YouTube. People be stealing the ideas, but they can't bring the delivery. They be stealing the ideas, but they can't bring the delivery. So come on up in here and hit that like button, double tap the screen. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe to the channel. Yeah, today we're going to talk about the daddy of the daddy boys. We're going to talk about the daddies of the daddy boys today, man. And it's just crazy. It's time to get it out the way. What do you guys feel about it? And we're not talking about the past. We're not talking about the past. We're talking about right now. We're talking about right now. What are the daddy of these daddy boys doing to their son's career? Are some of them helping their son's career right now? Not the past, right now. Or are some of them messing their son's careers up? Isaiah, Tony K, Lorenzo, hit that like button. Come on up in here. Basically, YouTube doesn't like sending notifications anymore. Well, I think some people getting them. Isaiah, did you get a notification? Some people getting them, I think. I don't know. But, y'all hit that like button anyway. Come on up in here and let's talk about it. The daddy of the daddy boys, are they helping? Are they hurting their son's career? Right now. We talking about right now. We not talking about what they did to get them started, where they at and stuff like that. Okay. Where they at and starting and where they at, man. We talking about right now. Is Bill Haney helping Devin right now? Is he helping? Is Schofield Jr. Sr. helping Schofield Jr. right now? Right now. Is Teofimo Lopez Sr., is he helping Jr.? Right now. Right now. Is Brian Norman Sr. helping Jr.? Right now. What he been doing? We're going to say in the last year. The last year, what did he do? He said, I say hurting. It seems like Devin is being blackballed at this point of his career, considering he on the undercard of someone who whipped his butt. Ivan Rodriguez Diaz, Rules Diaz, what's going on? Subscribe to the channel if you're not a subscriber. Hit that like button, man. Come on, we're going to talk about the daddy of the daddy boys. Because I think it's time for them dudes some of them to move over. Move over. You know what I mean, Lorenzo? It's time for some of them to move over. Isaiah, you need to join members only. Fathers are promoters nowadays. It is what it is. Yeah. But are they hurting their son's career? Because some of them is also their managers. Some of them also, Darren Collins, had the say. So Darren Collins, hit that like button, please. Some of them also had the last say of what way they take their son's career. So there you go. They are promoters, but we talking about career-wise. Are they helping or hurting their kids' career? That's what we're talking about. Because if the daddy is more popular than the son, we have a problem. If the daddy is starting to be more popular than the son, we have a problem, Darren Collins, we have a problem. If the daddy is starting to be more popular than the son, we have a problem. You're supposed to do this for your son to get the notoriety, be popular, money in his pocket and stuff like that. These kids are growing. These kids can talk. These kids went to school. We don't need the daddy boys. But then when you start managing also, looking over the paperwork, making sure everything's straight, making a final decision on the money and stuff like that, There's a problem, Darren Collins. You don't want to admit it, but there's a problem. I forgot to put Bozy Ennis on here. Bozy Ennis too. You know, we got to use Bozy Ennis too. I forgot to put him on the thumbnail. So y'all come on in here, let's talk about it. And then you can say which one are the worst of the daddy boys. Isaiah say Floyd Schofield daddy talked his way into a Shakur fight and pulled out last minute. That goes to show the dad shouldn't do so, the talking for their sons. It's time to move from the fathers. All I heard lately is the fathers yapping and not their kids. Yeah. Miss Hannibal's in the building. Here we go. That's right. Here we go, champ. Let's do it. Let's talk about it. We're not talking about the promoting, the yapping, the bull crap. We're talking about, the managing, the doing the right, making the decisions in the last year. Are they helping or hurting their sons? Are they helping? Schofield, the debacles that happened over in Saudi, the leading up the line and trying to sell the fight, but really, really deep lying. I mean, catastrophic lying. The stuff that Hannibal doing this show. That what Floyd Schofield was doing. The catastrophic lying, man. I mean, come on. Is that good? And it didn't sell and they didn't fight. Teofimo Lopez, father. His son worth $1 gazillion each fight. He won $20 million each fight. He drinks. They say he be smelling like alcohol. But his son worth 20 million, 10 million, 20 million. That's it. 20 million, 10 million, 20 million. Is that helping your son getting a good fight? Is that helping your son getting a good fight? The last year, if you guys are listening to me, because I'm going to ignore your comment if you put something that I'm not talking about. Within the last year, how is the daddy of the daddy boys helping their son's career? Helping their son's career. I blame some of these YouTubers. Why you blame some of the YouTubers, Darren Collins? Why you blaming them? Explain, champ. What the YouTubers got to do with? These are grown men. These are grown men. Yapping and screaming. Some of them are more famous than their son. 2 Cents is in the building. What's up, 2 Cents? He said, yeah, I blame these damn YouTubers. So both of y'all blame the YouTubers. Come on, how y'all blame them? What the YouTubers doing? What are the YouTubers doing? How y'all gonna blame the YouTubers, man? We got daddy of the daddy of the daddy boys. I forgot to put Bozy Ennis in there too. Y'all hit that like button. And that's to say, daddies can only take their boys so far. Step aside to a professional trainer. Ryan a drug cheat. George say Ryan a drug cheat. I don't know what that got to do with this, but okay. Darren calls a 10-1. They interviewed the fighters once and the daddy 10 times, shaking my damn head. Okay, I can go with that. That's a good one. I can't kill you on that one. I can go with that. Just a reminder, I got time today. Tread lightly. Y'all just getting in here, hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel. We talking about the daddy of the daddy boys. Are they helping? Within the last year, have they been helping or hurting their kids' career? You know what I mean? Are they helping or hurting their dad's career? Within the last year, Devin Haney ain't been undisputed. So anyway, we talking about within the last year. Y'all can go back 2-3 years, all you want. I'm talking about within the last year, what's been going on with these daddy and the daddy boys. That's all I'm going to say. So if you want to talk about that, that's fine. Let's go say, apologize to Ryan, George. Oh, man. Say, what do you think about the new boxing organization Dana White will start? Well, if it's for up-and-coming fighters, they say, most of them going to be for up-and-coming fighters. And they want to fight for 10, and $20,000. That's up to them. That's up to them. They want to fight for $10,000, $20,000, you know. But they want to they try to make the ring belt more popular. That's up to them. That's up to them. It'll be cool what they do, but they're not gonna get the big fighters. They clap onto that bull crap. TKO promotion is not gonna happen. So you know, I guess it's good if you want the ring belt, the ring magazine. It's good. But yeah, we're talking about the daddy of the daddy boys, and I'm going to explain today. My man, Son of God, is in the building. I'm going to explain to some of y'all what some of these daddies done did to ruin their sons in the last year. And I'm going to start backwards. I'm going to start with Teofimo Lopez Sr. One, he always in the videos talking. They say smelling like alcohol. And every time they arrange a fight, he say 10, 20 million. We want 10 million. No, we want 20 million. We want 10 million. No, we want 20 million. Teofimo Lopez Sr. His all money. He don't even give his son a chance to say how much they want. You know, he always over talking them, smelling like alcohol and stuff like that. You know, this is what he does. This is what he does. He's money. 10 or 20 million. Tio said that he's the next Latino cash cow. Well, I doubt it. That George Kambosos fight put Teofimo back. He ain't had a knockout since. Since what's my man name? The black guy name. It'll come to me. Josh Teofimo ain't worth 10 million, with 12 million in his pocket. Mr. Shelton in here? I ain't seen Mr. Shelton. Where he at? Mr. Shelton ain't in here. You know? So that's Teofimo Lopez. So let's go Brian Norman Sr. Brian Norman Sr. He tried to negotiate with Eddie Hearn, said, we need more than $1.8 million. When your son only made $300,000. So you're getting quadruple time. You're getting quadruple time the money to fight Bruce Ennis, and you could have been unified if you care about that stuff, you know. But yet you turn it down, Brian Norman Sr. And then you go on all these podcasts and say, we got to pay trainers, we got to pay sparring partners, you know, we got to pay this, we got to pay that. That's not Eddie Hearn problem. That's not Eddie Hearn problem. Eddie Hearn problem is to give you the money that he think you're worth. You want him to pay for your sparring partner, your trainers, and all that stuff. What they do this shit at? Brian Norman Sr.? I think it was a cop-out. And I can play the videotape. I think it was a cop-out. You know what I mean? A cop-out. So, Brian Norman Sr., you need to get somebody else, maybe a manager, to handle this kind of finance stuff. What, you want him to pay your parking tickets too? You know, you want him to pay your parking tickets. So, yeah, that's another daddy boy. George, I'm going to say this and I'm going to say it once. We talking about the daddy boys, daddies. I'm going to send your ass to the upper room. We're not talking about what you're talking about. If you want to join this conversation, talk about what we're talking about or go on somebody else's channel. You know? And so it is what it is. So that's Brian Norman Sr., Son of God. He messed that up. He messed it up. If you really wanted to make some money, you should have took the contract, fought Boots, and showed us that you like that. And showed us you like that. But you didn't because of your daddy interfering, Brian Norman Sr. Okay, now let's move to the next guy. Floyd Schofield Sr. Yeah, man, you better say shit about me, man. You better not say nothing about me. I'm coming down there, man. This my son. This my son. Floyd Schofield Sr., the Saudi debacle. The lies you told, I mean, the big lies you, where in the hell is Octavia? We need her right now. Yeah, huh? I went on Norma Senior. Nobody topped the screw up. Oh, man. So, Vic G, what's going on, champ? He said, Ray B in the building. Y'all hit that like button. Y'all hit that like button. So, Floyd Schofield Sr. Come on, champ. You can lie and try to promote the fight, but them lies you tell, drugged in the car, passport, stole a passport, and and trying to kill your son and all this stuff, and then you come out and say it's always a lie. You was trying to sell the fight. So what is going on? So another guy, Mr. Shelton, is blaming the YouTubers for giving them the platform. Well, let me say this to all you guys who keep saying that YouTube giving these dudes a platform. If it wasn't for the YouTube giving these dudes a platform, they wouldn't have no platform. You guys wouldn't even know who the fuck they are. You guys wouldn't know how they think, how they fight, which way they're thinking, or nothing. So stop blaming the YouTubers. YouTube. You can get on the YouTube and be a professional. Schofield from the city. What's up? So it's all right, Schofield, to tell a little lie. But when you go tell a big, bold-faced lie about they trying to kill you, they trying to poison you, they put drugs in your car, and all this stuff, what is wrong with y'all? And FBI raided their condos. Yeah, FBI raided their condos and all this shit. These are the daddy of the daddy boys. Knew the issue is at least have the fighter come on the platform too. Well, most of the time with Schofield on, his son do be right there. Most of the time with Schofield. I believe Kid also, them Saudi dangerous. Okay. Yeah, but I'm not talking about that. I understand that, but we talking about the way he laid up to that. The way he started lying, and then he come back and say everything he said was a lie in terms of people trying to police ran in his condo, they threw drugs in his car, and all that stuff. Come on, man. We don't need them kind of lies. If you're going to lie, do the Bill Haney lies, like I'm about to talk about Bill Haney. Now, the last one. I didn't put Boost, but I'm going to talk about him. I got to talk about Bozy. Bill Haney. The deceptive guy. The guy who took the $650,000 from Ryan Garcia, when he came in overweight, when he could have just called the fight off. He could have just called the fight off. Lay's Onion in the building. What's going on, Lay's Onion? Y'all hit that like button. Double tap the screen. Bill Haney. He says so many lies, it's just a shame. But now he come out yesterday, he was just trying to sell a fight. When he said, I'm going to send my son to go kill this guy. Then he wants some sympathy on Twitter when he talking about, do you guys know how many fighters that just died? Nigga, didn't you just say you want to send your son to kill Ryan? Didn't you send your son in there to kill Ryan? Didn't you let Ryan bamboozle you and thinking something was wrong with you? He came in overweight on purpose, and you took the money because you're money hungry, just like in the Gabe Vazado video. All you were talking about, you broke. That's all you come out your mouth, old man. That's all you come out your mouth. That's all you can say is the nigga's broke. You don't know who's broke and who's not broke. But that's all come out your mouth because you limit yourself. You did a hell of a job of raising your son and giving him where he's at. But when you're more popular than your son, we have a problem. Houston, we have a problem. Do you think Bill suing is bad for? Hell yeah, it's bad for his son. You see, it's bad for his son. You see how they killing Devin? You see how they kill him? And I know it hurts this kid. I know it's hurt him. calling him a snitch and all this stuff, everything, and calling them all pussies and he's a sucker and all this stuff. Devin ain't gonna say it, but deep down inside, I guarantee you guys, it's killing Devin Haney. Oh, we gotta protect the sport. Get the fuck out of here. Know how you protect it? Man up and rematch. Man up and rematch. You want to sue a dude for something you could have avoided. All you had to do was pull out the fight. All Bill Haney had to do was timestamp Tony. All Bill Haney had to do was pull out the fight. But you want to know why Bill Haney ain't pulled out the fight? Because he thought that fight was going to be bigger than Tank and Ryan Garcia. That's why Bill Haney ain't pulled out the fight. He thought that fight was going to be bigger than Tank and Ryan Garcia. It was going to sell 1.3, 1.5 pay-per-view buys. That's what he thought. Why would he think that? You think meeting people in the alleys and the garages and in the playgrounds and the movie theaters is gonna sell a fight when one dude acting crazy the whole fight and coming in over and coming in overweight? He was delusional. He thought his son was like that. But from the opening bell and that face off, and every time they face off, I've been told you guys. Hannibal was on the show last year. I told him. When Devin fights somebody his same size, what was going to happen? And he got an ass whooping. But it's all because of his daddy. Now his daddy's sued and humiliating his son because of his daddy fault. It was all on Bill Haney. And last but not least, Bozy Ennis. Bozy, first of all, you talk, your son talk. Your son want to move to 54. I know you do. But you want your son to become undisputed at 47. Everybody in the world thought Boots Ennis was the baddest man on planet Earth. Everybody. He'll beat Keith Thurman ass. He'll beat Earl Spence ass. Boots Ennis is the baddest man on planet Earth, Bozy. But popular opinion, Boots Ennis is not the baddest man on planet Earth. Boots Ennis needs to work on his defense a little bit more, Bozy. So maybe you need to spend more time with your son and talk to him about which way he want to take his career instead of which way you, Bozy Ennis, want to take your son's career. If your son want to move to 54, let him move to 54. I make the weight. No, he don't. Boots Ennis can make 160 right now. Boots a big mother, you know what. But because of his daddy, he's staying at 47. And Curran showed everybody that your son needed a lot to work on. He didn't run like he did last time. He was in the pocket. So the daddy boys, you guys, the promotion was trash. Yes, it was. Let me know which one of these daddy boys are really hurting their son. Darren, I don't want to talk about Ortiz. I didn't hear anything about it. Bozy Ennis. Hannibal, Boots still a monster. He will get there. Yeah, eventually. Matt in the building. What's going on, Matt? Hit the like button, champ. I want Boots versus Devin at 47. Although you trying to get Devin hurt. Okay. You trying to get Devin hurt. He said none of them. They all doing a great job. They all did a great job getting their sons where they supposed to be in life. Getting them to the top. Getting them to the promised land. But now, move your ass to the side. The ones that is really interrupting their sons' progress. And they know who they are. I just want to have fun. The ones that interrupting their sons' progress. Schofield, we know your son is young. You gotta shut up sometimes, man. Let your son talk. He talk eloquently. He can talk. Let your son talk, brother. We know who you are. We hear who you are. We want to find out who these kids are that's doing it. That's going to be in the ring doing the fighting. You heard it here first. What does that? Norma Jr. would knock Boots out. Oh, okay. Bill Haney, you more popular than your son. You are more popular than your son. You cry like a pussy at the press conference because they wouldn't let you on stage to grab the attention from your son and the other people. I thought Devin did a hell of a job talking for himself. It just showed you he don't need you to talk for him. Step back. Relax, champ. You done sold enough. You done sold enough. You done did your job. Shut the fuck up. Move on. Promote when you're supposed to promote. Promote when you're supposed to promote. Brian Norman Sr., just move out the way. Let your son do what he's going to do. Teofimo Lopez Sr., stop drinking. Give your son good advice. Stop asking for 10 and 20 million every time somebody put a camera in your face and for your son. Your son is not worth 10 or 20 million dollars. Not at all. But I do think he's worth 5. I do think your son deserves $5 million because he got a hell of he got one of the best resumes at the 135, 140 pound division. I think your son doing a hell of a job. My man Eric is in the building, and Monica's in the building. You know what I mean? Matt say, how do you feel about Tank taking a knee and ref count not to be changed? Matt, you just getting in here. We ain't even talking about that. Stuff is over and done with, Matt. It's time to move on, man. The ref, if you don't know, I ain't gonna get on you. If you don't know, it's the ref discrepancy. It's time to move on. It's time to move on. Talk about the rematch. That stuff is over and done with. It's over and done with, champ. I mean, goddamn, y'all still in love with that stuff? So you can talk about it all you want. Go ahead. That don't mean I got an answer. We talking about the daddy of the daddy boys. This show is dedicated to the daddy of the daddy boys. Monica says, $5 super chat. Thank you, Monica. She says, Schofield, Haney, Lopez, and Boots. How do you rank these fathers from worst to better? From worst to better. Okay. The worst one is Bill Haney. Bill Haney is the worst. You got to be the worst. Because what he did to his son. To what he did to his son, he got to be the worst. Will the Steels is in the building. I'm talking about right now, Monica. I ain't talking about the way he brought him up, got him to undisputed, all that. I'm talking about right now, lately, is what have you done lately? Bill Haney got to be the worst, man. Because it's Bill's fault Devin going through this shit. It's Bill. Well, I understand, Matt, but it's up to it was the ref discretion. The judges said so. I'm gonna leave it at that, champ. That's all. Worst to first. Next, I'm gonna say Schofield. Only way I'm saying Schofield because he don't let his son talk at all. He do not let his son talk at all. I mean, and then them lies that nigga told. Oh God, Monica, good God. FBI raided the house. They put drugs in his car. They trying to kill him. Then he come back and say, "Oh, I'm just promoting the fight." What the fuck? That's overboard. That's overboard promoting. Eric say, we know Devin didn't need Bill when he got held up in Australia. He could have used Jab Judas son. But father. But let me see. After Schofield, I'm gonna go Teofimo Lopez. Father. First of all, he's not a good father. He keep drinking around his son. smelling like alcohol, they said, drinking around the sun. And every time he get in the interview, he jump in the interview and say, we want 10 million, 20 million, 10 million. And everybody looking at him crazy. Everybody looking at him crazy. Get out your son videos, man, and go seek help. You know, promoting the fight against the FBI. Wheels are still in the building. Little kid also been talking lately. Very into that's what I said before. I just said that. Kid also he can talk. Let his son talk. But these daddies want the limelight, man. And second, I'm gonna get to Norman Sr. for stopping his son from getting the bag. For stopping his son from getting the bag. His son could have got the bag, but he wanted Eddie to pay for every single motherfucking thing. So Brian Norman Sr. is second. He's second. You know? And so, and first, I'm just gonna give it to Bozy Ennis. Because Bozy won't move out. Bozy just won't move out the way and let his son move up to 54. He won. It's like what he want and not what his son want. Bozy want his son, Monica, to be undisputed. And I really think Boots Ennis do want to move up to 54. For one, I don't think he can keep making that damn weight. You know, for two, exactly, his big ass. For two, I think he just want to move up. Floyd, Tank's daddy, Hannibal. Yeah, so what do you guys think about the daddy boys? The daddy boys, man. Boots should go to 154, fight Ortiz. Well, and exactly, we don't know. We don't know. His daddy, go get it. His daddy want him to stay at 47 and become unified or undisputed. You know what I mean? His daddy, and that's not worse. You know what I mean? His daddy, you said from worse to which calm? You said from the worst to the which calm until he got fired. Boots is not going to 54. Charlotte would destroy him. So, you know, I just think, man, if you go back and look at all these things, these, 5 daddies did to interrupt this kid's progress, it's crazy. You know? Gil Cole's in the building. Salute, Luke. Boots don't gonna go into 54 because of Keith. Because of Keith Thurman. Gil funny. One time it's back though. One time it's back. Hannibal, but I know how to separate my dislike for a guy to tell my audience the real deal. You know, see, you don't do that. You be on nuts so much. You just can't separate the thing. Sometimes you gotta know how to separate it, champ. Your hate for a fighter, you gotta separate it. You white wheels and steels, you know? White wheels and steels. When Keith Thurman lost to Manny Pacquiao, and Wheels and Steel did not pay him his money. I wasn't upset. I cursed him out, then I gave him his money. But he got paid. See, I don't harbor it. I don't harbor stuff. Y'all harbor this stuff, man. You gotta stop harboring it. Lou Shaw will tear his ass up. Booth has had no step-up fight. Yeah, exactly. But, you know, I'm telling you, they can say what they want to say. Boots is having a problem making that weight. His daddy knows that. But for his own selfish reason, he want him to stay at 47. Teofimo Lopez, I thought he was going to get the fight, but till they started hyping, 10, we want 10 million, we want 20 million. Who in the fuck giving Teofimo Lopez 10 or 20 million? But that what his daddy was saying. That's all his daddy said. T.O. finally got some guts and said, stop listening to my daddy, is what I say. You know what I mean? Scooter in the building said, out of respect on the boozy. You know what I mean? Everybody knows he too big. Booth love his pop. Yeah, of course you do. But they having a disagreement about moving up and staying down. Go listen to the interview. Don't listen to me. Go listen to the interview. Booth basically told you he wanted to move up. His daddy wanted him to become undisputed and unified champ. You know what I mean? And I know he's killing. I know it's crazy. So, Hannibal, you know everything. You the best. Actor squid in the building booth versus Fendor F54. Oh man. Hey, Booth barely got away from Karen. I don't know. Fendor put them long arms on him. Booth might be in trouble, man. How about Ryan Garcia dad? But Ryan Garcia daddy don't train him. He only doing that stuff now because Dirk James left and Ryan left Eddie Neroso. He's not as aggravating as the rest of them. He don't get into all that crazy stuff. Oscar De La Hoya controls Ryan money and stuff like that. Not his daddy. Oscar De La Hoya promotes Ryan, not his daddy. You don't see his daddy getting interviews after interviews after interviews. No, these are the rest of these dudes. You know what I mean? These are the rest of these dudes. He's not Benavidez Senior is not as bad as these dudes, man. He's not as bad at them. I heard somebody in his camp mention making weight on accident. Greg Hackett and company be drunk on the lies. Info zone. Hey, what's up, champ? What's going on? You know what I mean? What's that? What's going on, champ? We just talking boxing. Hit the like button. Y'all come on up in here. Tell me, out of these daddy boys, this is what I can do, you guys. Out of these daddy boys, who would you guys like to train you first? We'll use that. Out of the daddy boys, which one of these daddy boys, the daddies, who you guys trust to train you guys? Canelo said he's the reason the fight isn't made. Dad talk shit. So which one of these daddies would you guys want to train you? Acting Squid say Bozy. Hannibal say Bozy and Bill. Come on, y'all. Come on up here. We got 17, 20 people in here. Just jumped in here. Which one of the daddies that I mentioned would you guys want to train you guys? Who would you want to train you? So, all I'm doing pretty good. TLC, and so we can turn up. And that's so funny. It's Bozy and Norman Sr. for me. They need to stay off the business side. Yeah. I like Bozy Ennis because he trains what's the guy name? What's my guy name? Hannibal. What's my guy name? Cruz. He trains, man, and he just started training my guy Cool Boy. Bozy got Cool Boy looking good, man. Yeah, Bozy got Cool Boy looking good. Info Zone say Jones Bones for me. John Bone. Okay. Bill never laced up a pair of gloves. He said Cruz. Monica said give me Bill. Okay. I got to take Bozy Ennis. Bozy Ennis got the fighters. He got his son. He got Cruz, and he got he just started training Cool Boy. You see how Cool Boy looked in that rematch? He looked sharp. So Bozy doing a little something. So that just shows you, train your son and shut the fuck up. Get out the management side. Let your son run his life. Just train him, Bozy. That's all. We ain't talking about who cares about the most accomplished. We talking about training and managing. Which one of them really fucked their son's career up? Let's talk about that one in the last year. Which one son is a Mimi in the last year? Which one son is suing in the last year? See, you always want to change the narrative. Stop changing the narrative. We ain't talking about that. Tresh kids say Boots versus Male is a firefight. They will be throwing them, Trench. They will be throwing them. Hit the like button, y'all. Double tap the screen if you ain't hit the like button. You know what I mean? Hit the like button. Hannibal, stop trying to change the narrative. You know what we talking about, champ. So, you know what I mean? Which one? I'm taking Bozy. I cannot take Bill Haney. It was too many circumstances when his son told him what was going on in the ring, and Bill Haney kept saying, hit the man in the middle. He couldn't make adjustments. He couldn't make adjustments. Bill Haney couldn't make adjustments. I'm telling you guys fact. Y'all heard it here first. The Lomachenko fight. You heard it there first. I got Charlo. Charlo's still the best man at 40. Bill couldn't make adjustments. Not just that fight. The Lenoir fight. Do y'all know what? Do you guys know why Devin Haney got knocked down? I mean, was on the stinger leg fighting Lenoir. Because Bill Haney go back and listen to it. Bill Haney said, "Let's go show him who the ball. Let's get him up out of there. Let's go up there, show him." And soon he did that. Devin went in there and got his ass popped. Then he held on for 5 months. Right now, the legend had it. Devin Haney held Lenoir from that fight to 5 months later. He still was holding him. That what they say. That's what they say. Ray B say, even with the normal fight. Yeah. So why would y'all say Bill Haney? Why would y'all say Bill Haney? That's crazy. You get in a firefight and your trainer don't know what to tell you? Your trainer don't know what to tell you in a firefight? Y'all goddamn mind, man. Y'all goddamn mind. Ain't no way. I don't give a fuck if Devin was 20 times undisputed. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. 2 circumstances he fucked his son in the ring. And he fucked his son outside the ring, the biggest circumstances of them all. The biggest circumstances of them all. These daddy boys are killing the sport. They tearing their sons up. You know what I mean? They tearing it up, man. And if they don't sit back sometime and adjust and just watch, they're gonna be in trouble. I'm telling you. They're gonna have to, because I'm telling you now, if Schofield Senior voice aggravate me and I'm just watching it on TV, I know damn well his voice aggravated his son when his father doing all that hollering. And the way it sounds. You know? When you got the great Ronnie Shields in the corner and you doing all that hollering and screaming, you know? Come on, people. We got to do better. Now, one thing I do give Teofimo Lopez Sr., go listen to his corners. He give his son good instructions. But sometimes he be in la la land. I don't know if he be high or not. Remember that fight? I forgot what fight it was. Instead of telling his son something, he be looking around in the crowd like this. I'm like, what the hell you doing? What the hell? You know, tell your son something to do, man. You know, sometimes he be in la la land. But in a couple of fights, he tell it when he's sober, he give his son good instructions. We give his son good instructions, man. You know, so these days, I think people right. Most of them need to concentrate. It's like 50-50. Some need to concentrate on training, and the other one need to just concentrate on management. You can't do both. You can't do both, man. It's just crazy, you know, because Brian Norman Sr. calls his son the bag. He calls his son the bag, you guys. The bag. Now he fight this week. I don't even know how much he making. Where my phone at? I guarantee you he ain't making no more than $300,000. Guarantee you. When he could have made $1.8 million. But his daddy wanted Eddie Hearn to pay for everything. His daddy wanted Eddie Hearn to pay for every single thing. You know what I mean? He had to. I don't know. Boots is a tougher dude and extremely athletic. Jose in the building. Hit the like button, Jose. You just jumped up in here. That like thing ain't moved, champ. This saving pay-per-view is officially dead in the U.S. Boston in trouble. Why? Every time you come on this channel, the only thing you talk about is pay-per-view numbers. That's all you. Ain't nobody think about that pay-per-view. Nobody think about that stuff, man. You know, they still gonna get their money. Some people still gonna get their money, champ. I mean, pay-per-view gonna be all right if you worth being on pay-per-view. If you fight people, look, let me tell y'all about pay-per-view. If you fight fighters that worth being on pay-per-view, you will get pay-per-view numbers. It's just as simple as that. You just gotta fight it. Fighters, people want to see you fight on pay-per-view. They've been saying that for years. You know? Exactly, Eric. They've been saying it for years. Pay-per-view is done. Pay-per-view. Well, why did DAZN start doing it? Now Turkey is doing it. Jose. You know what I mean? So it is, it is. What's that? This is what's killing pay-per-view. This is what's killing pay-per-view. The Terrence Crawford, I call this the Terrence Crawford stick. I call this the Terrence Crawford stick and the Devin Haney stick. This is what I call this right here. The Terrence Crawford and Devin Haney stick. That is what killing pay-per-view. The Terrence Crawford and Devin Haney stick right here. Hey, you know I didn't say Shakur Stevenson stick because he ain't even on pay-per-view. So that is what killing it. Oh man. Oh my God. When the last time, oh man, what fight did I pay? I just paid for a fight last year. I forgot what it was. Who did Tank fight after he fought before he fought Lamont Roach? Was it Frank Martin? Was it Frank Martin? I think that's the last one I paid for. Yeah, that's the last one I paid for. I think it's 50-50 male healthy. He say Boreos. Nah. Also blame. Because most of the time, Hannibal, I used to go to every fight. I just stopped going. I used to be in the ring, I'm going to him. I also blame Terrence Crawford for boxing death. Yeah, man. So, yeah, I mean, this stuff is crazy. Breaking news. Breaking news. You guys always talking about Chris Conwell. Well, Chris Conwell is fighting. He finally got a fight. Do you guys know? Y'all keep talking about Chris Conwell, and I keep saying he ain't like that. But, he got a fight coming up. He finally got a fight. Somebody finally gave him a fight. Let me see if I think did I screenshot it? Let me see. Chris Conwell got a fight April the 19th. April the 19th, he fighting Perez. He fighting former world champion Georgino Garcia Perez. Chris Conwell. There y'all go. Y'all happy? Breaking news. Chris Conwell is back. So now y'all can start talking about it. Now you can start, this is a few weeks. Yep, April the 19th. He's on the undercard of Sebastian Fendora's sister. She's back, defending her undisputed reign. Yeah, man. So there you guys go, man. I mean, this stuff is crazy, though, man. Y'all, come on, man. Let's talk, man. What do y'all think about these the daddy of the daddy boys? What do you guys really think about the daddy of the daddy boys, man? Trench, what do you think about him? Bill, Bosey, T.O., Schofield? I mean, what do y'all think about them? Is they good? Is they helping? They hurting their kids right now? Should some of them move out the way? Bill the worst one. Okay, Bill the worst one. Bill been doing a lot of apology lately. He been doing, they doing a great job except Schofield BS. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I could defend Schofield more than I could defend the rest of them. Schofield just did a lot of foolishness shit. He overcapped. Schofield overcapped. I mean, the FBI ran through my house. They threw drugs in my car. They tried to kill my son. He overdid it. You know what I mean? Bill is top one for sure. He's kissing Devin good night right now. Yeah, they did. I was like, come on, man, that shit don't even sound right, man. But you can't overdo it because some people will believe you. You see, he had to shut the F up when he was inside. He might not made it back over here. You gotta stop that stuff, man. You gotta stop. You gotta stop the stuff, man. They getting on you, man, about the Bill Haney and the Mexican stuff. Now he just apologized about I forgot what did he say? Then I say Bozy the worst by far. Teofimo second, Brian Norman Sr. third, Schofield's class on his own, Haney last because at least he won some big fight. But we're not talking about the fights. We're not talking about the fights. I don't care about the fights. I don't care about the fights. We talking about right now the way they involved in their son day-to-day operations. Within the last year, all of these fathers have screwed their sons. Think about it. Within the last year, all of these fathers done screwed their sons in a certain type of way. Jose, we talking boxing. Stop. No more trolling, champ. You my guy, but stop the trolling. Tank is not fighting Jake Paul. Can you talk boxing, champ? And if he was fighting Jake Paul, it would be on Netflix, I think. Netflix. That what Jake Paul do, Netflix. So yeah, man, but within the last year, every single one of them fathers done screwed their sons. You know what I mean? Yeah, but we're not talking about. I know you like that kind of story because it's about Tank. I know you like that kind of story, Hannibal, because you got Tank tattooed on your face, on your ass, and all that. But we talking about the daddy of the daddy boys. We're not talking about that. Why not talking about no damn Tank? Exactly. See, whatever. I want Tank, but well, we're not talking about Tank, champ. We're talking about the daddies, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, Hannibal just started to be ridiculous now. He started to be worse than Terry Smoot. He worse than Terry Smoot. They love Tank. Yeah, let me get Active Squid a wrench. My fault, Active Squid. I'm gonna start taking away wrenches. That's what I'm gonna start doing. All this idiotic stuff, man. Good God, good grief. But So we're not talking about it. We're talking about the daddy of the daddy boys. Which ones do you want? Which one would you like? T.O. Daddy is my favorite personality. Okay. Dang. Terry Smoot was the worst. Yeah, that's how Hannibal is now. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, man. Terry Smoot is in full effect. I'm gonna start calling y'all Terry Smoot. That's what I'm gonna start doing. I'm gonna start calling y'all Terry Smoot, Hannibal Smoot, Monica Smoot. They got a ring to it. Yeah, man. I don't know, man. Bozy in this, he's doing a good job, man. He just need to stay out of his son's way. Let his son make his own decisions. Let your son make their own decisions. Let your son talk for themselves. Let your son sell himself to the public. Fall back. Fall back. Like I said, and I said it before I came on, Schofield's son can talk eloquently. He can talk. Bozy definitely might be a ticking time bomb. Boots can't sell himself. Yes, I can, Darren Collins. I don't know what you're talking about, man. Just because I don't raise my voice, like the people you like, man, but I'm one of the best boxers in the world. I done showed y'all, man. I can talk. I just don't holler and scream like the rest of these fighters. I don't know what you're doing, Darren Collins. I didn't do nothing to you, but you're always hating on me. You need to get some haterade. Your boy Crawford didn't want this smoke from me, Darren Collins. So it is what it is, man. And, you need to stop saying that. It is what it is, Darren Collins. He was in the corner, sounding like Teofimo Lopez dad in the second fight against Kern. Only time Bozy get mad at Boots when Boots don't listen to him. Why you hating on Boots? I'm not hating on Boots. I think Boots just an undercard fighter until further notice. They gotta fight. They gotta start fighting better quality. When Boots had all that hype, he was on cloud nine. Now that some of them fighting to show people that he got a little bit to work on, You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Spence and Bub and Duck and Boots. But come on, man. Errol Spence Jr. should not be mentioned on this channel. He's done. But Langer Daddy was a real thug. Kern has no power and short arms. Why is Boots not walking and liking Kern down? S. Cotton is in the building. What's going on, man? Where you been up to, man? I like Canelo's daddy. You don't know none of these daddies. You just running your mouth, man. You ain't never seen Canelo daddy in your life, man. Stop it. Duck and Boots, man, please. Y'all hit that like button. Come on up in here, man. Conwell be back the 19th. Darren Collins like Conwell. See what he look like. He's on the undercard of a female. On my dead sister, you said Spence beats Bud. Now you tell, nah, man, we done with that. Everybody know I said that, Trent. Where you been at? You ain't got to put the dead sister in there. I said I was taking Earl Spence against Bud Crawford. I ate my crow. I was wrong. Come on, Trent. Don't put the dead sister on it. God damn. Everybody know I said that. And I apologize. What's wrong with this nigga, Hannibal? It's like he corrected me or something. I've been corrected. That shit. I was there, remember? Oh, man. Yeah, Trent's tripping. Man. These people tripping, man. I don't like Conwell. Oh, man. But yeah, Conwell is back. We're gonna see what he look like. He back in action on what I said, the 19th. Let me make sure that date is right. Yep, April 19th. Charles Conwell is back. He fighting on Gabriella Fendor undercard. He's the undercard fighter. I knew Monica was gonna laugh at that one. But yeah, man, I don't know, man. I just don't know. Canelo dad is Floyd Mayweather Jr. Oh man. Hey, Mr. Shelton, these dudes going all the way back, man. How many times I gotta apologize? Good God, I was wrong. And look, at least I didn't make up an excuse for Earl Spence like the rest of these dudes did. They made him an excuse. I said, don't make him no motherfucking excuse. He got his ass whooped. Don't make him no excuse. But yeah, man, this stuff, if Boots and Norman Jr. don't fight this year, then somebody full of yeah. Somebody gonna be wrong. If they don't fight, they need to get it on. Because leave it up to Bozy in this. That is why Boots is at 47, right? To unify, become undisputed. If that's what his daddy want. So let's get it going. So if he beats the Nonas, he'll be unified. Then he'll have Mario Boyos and Brian Norman next, right? 47 should be just like that. By next year, it should be an undisputed champion at 47. Unless they just screwing everything up. By next year, it should be an undisputed champion at 47. Unless they're screwing up. The prior 2 cents ain't show up. You talk, 2 cents don't want this smoke with me and Earl. That's my girl, but she knows she don't want this smoke when I talk about Earl. Oh man, Norma Jr. fight this Saturday. Yeah, this Saturday. It wasn't a real Earl. He was drugged, weight drained, car accident himself. Yeah, I ain't make up none of that shit. He got his ass whooped. It's just simple as that. Earl used up all his superpowers against Ugas. Hey, look, even when they was on stage and Earl told Bud, yeah, man, we're gonna make a lot of money. He ain't even sound right. Them big ass teeth he had in his mouth. He ain't even sound right when he said that shit. You think PBC would let Boyos unify with Boots? Who do PBC got at 47 for Boots Sanders to fight? I mean for Boyos to fight? What fighters PBC got at 47 that Boyos can fight? So what version of Earl beat Danny Garcia at? Oh man. Stallone, but Stallone's done now. Stallone about to fight Boots. So I don't think they're gonna let Stallone fight Boots, but then again, you never know. Stallone fight Boots, lose his belt, then fight Boyos. Stallone is not that popular. Even though they just did it with Gary Antoine, when he fought Prelude, it just came back and fought Vio. You know, so you know, you never know. Stallone is Boots, but that, yeah, I doubt PBC make that fight. Nah, that ain't happening. See, that's what I'm saying. So PBC ain't got that many 47 pounders. You know, the ones they have is gone and moved out. Sean gone, Danny gone, Keith gone, Earl gone, Boyo still there. Who else at 47 from PBC? So, well, I don't know. Who Conwell under? Conwell fight the 19th. Who he under? He under Sampson? This is why Boots should have moved up. Yeah, because the picking is slim. The picking is slim. That's why I say he should have thought about that. Match him. Okay. See, there you go. There you go. Conwell is 154 too. Oh, he 150. You see, I don't know because I think he trash. Last time I seen him fight, y'all is so impressed with this dude. I'm like this. He ain't impressed me. He ain't look impressive to me. So, you know, hey, Mr. Shelton, let me ask y'all. Trent, let me ask y'all. Out of all these daddy of the daddy boys, which one would y'all let train you guys for a world title? BBC already works with Turkey, already on yes. Nah, get out of here. That's fake narrative. Fake narrative. That's false. That's false. Can't nobody train Al Heyman, champ. Trent, where you get that stuff from? Fake? Hannibal say Bozy. Okay. Same way I feel about Fandor. Okay. Yeah, I'm with Hannibal on this one. Y'all know I don't agree nothing that nigga say, but if out of all these dudes, I think I'll let Bozy train me. I'll let Bozy train me. I can't do Bill. Or Teofimo Sr. You know, okay. Shelton say Bozy too. So ain't none of y'all letting Schofield train y'all? During college, you ain't letting Schofield train you. Nah, man, you gotta pick somebody, man. I know you don't like Bozy, but you gotta pick somebody, man. Come on, man. Ain't none of y'all gonna let Schofield train y'all? Bozy used to fight. Schofield. Hey, I can hear Schofield now cursing Isaiah Howe. Man, what the fuck you doing? We ain't teach you that stuff. We ain't teach you that. You know, you on flat-footed when you supposed to be on your toes. Where you do that shit at, man? Do what we taught you to do. He be cursing Isaiah ass out. Can I pick Kenny Porter? Nah, you can't. Kenny Porter ain't there to champ. No. Hey, Hannibal, he be cursing Isaiah ass out. What the fuck I tell you to do? Hey, Isaiah, that voice alone will make Isaiah walk out the ring, champ. I'm only picking Schofield because I know if I want to duck, he will make up 100 stories that will be exactly. People won't believe. Schofield Senior never laced up a glove. Well, there's a lot of hell of a trainers that never laced up a glove, but they, they learned, they studied. There's some good trainers. Schofield can't be in my gym. Turkey already works for PBC. Turkey works for PBC. Yeah, he does. He does. Limited basis. Limited basis. Al will lend his fighters to Turkey to help them make some money. Simple as that. You know what I mean? Al will work with Turkey to help them make some money. But lately, let me see. Give me 3 fighters that Al send over there, Trench, that work with Turkey. Anybody know 3 fighters? Give me 3 fighters. I know one. That work with Turkey. Give me 3 fighters. Name me. Let me see. Name them. Give me 3 fighters. Loma Dad is the best trainer father in the game. Well, who do he train besides Lomachenko? And who do he train besides Lomachenko and the guy that just fought? I don't know about that one. And the guy Keyshawn just beat up. It's an idiot. Jusac. Loma Dad trained Jusac? Okay. I forgot he do train Jusac. Okay, Jusac, Loma, and who else? That's it? What about Big G? Big G? Who was that? Big G, no, we talking about now. You talking about Garcia, Robert Garcia's father, Mr. Shelton? I can only think of Adams, who fought over there in Saudi with PBC's. What Adam? Carlos Adams? Man, what? I don't know. Oh, Big G. Shit, we talking about the new ones, the ones on the thumbnail. Somebody telling me right now, 54 overrated. Don't listen to them. Tell them go hang themselves. Tell them go jump on the bridge and swim with sharks, with piranhas in the water. That's how idiotic that shit sound like, Carlos Adamas. Carlos Adamas made a bag going over there. I'm just saying, that was an idiotic statement, Tony. Look, these dudes crazy. I get crazy comments all the time. Only crazy comments I get on my joints is Larry Hannibal Lopez. That's it. After that robbery, PBC might never let no more fighters. Yeah, that shit ain't happening. 154 is like that. As Lou would say, 154 go 15 deep. They go 15 deep. 154 number 1, 140 number 2, and 175 is number 3. I just moved 175 up because Benavidez and Morrell just moved up there. Deepest division in boxing. That's right. 154 go 15 deep. These niggas idiots. Whoever said that, tell him throw his ass in the cage with some lions. Oh man. Oh man. Yeah, that's crazy. That ain't nowhere in the world, man. Jose Benavidez. Mr. Sheldon, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. I like Jose Benavidez. That's a good one. I can't say nothing bad about Jose Benavidez. That's a good one. But some of these daddy boys, like I said, y'all keep, I'm not just getting on Bill, but Bill can't train me. Bill can't train me. Devin learned from a lot of trainers. And Bill scooped Devin up away from Floyd Mayweather Sr. And he had Bill, what's my guy named, the white guy from over Europe. There's a Turkey told Al Heyman, if you hold my hand, I will give David Benavidez a shot at undisputed rumors. Al ain't with that freaky shit. Isaiah funny. Nah, Al ain't going for that shit. Nah, Al champ. Al ain't holding none of them niggas' hands. That ain't happening. That's Crawford's job to hold his hand. That's Crawford's new daddy, Bill Davis. Yeah, Bill. Yeah, He was the man training Devin. Bill just taking all the what's cons. You know. Yeah, I mean, if we're gonna be real, we're gonna be real. Cause a lot of y'all didn't know Bill Haney wasn't the number one trainer. It was Ben Davison. Ben Davison. It was Ben Davison. Devin, they fired Bill ass. Yeah, yeah. And I'm starting to like. I'm just catching on with Bozy and it. Cause I like what he doing. He just had Cool Boy Steve. Who the hell is Bill? No, he meant Ben Davison, Mr. Shelton. Ben Davison. Cause Bozy got Cruz now, right? He got his son, and he just started training Cool Boy Steve. It's Cool Boy Steve. That's the best I ever seen him look. Stephen Fulton. So Bozy doing pretty good, man. Bozy doing pretty good. So we got to give it to Bozy. But one or another. If you're going to be the trainer, be the trainer. If you're going to be the manager, be the manager. I don't think these daddies need to be both, man, because they screwing up. Cool Boy look outstanding in the rematch. For real, yeah. That because Bozy is his new trainer. Bozy is cool. People ain't know it. Bozy, because I was like, damn, is Bozy in Cool Boy corner? Yeah, it's Bozy Ennis. So, Bozy Ennis is doing good, man. You have no idea what you're talking about. Who you talking about, Trench? You have no idea what you're talking about. Who you talking about? You talking about me or you talking about somebody else? Because I can go try to put a link in here some kind of way. Who you talking about? Me or somebody else? Let me know now, Trench Kid. Because I love this kind of stuff. Andy Cruz got to show me something. I'm not impressed. He's sharp, man. He's sharp, Mr. Shelton. I like Andy Cruz. He's sharp. I think that's a good move for Cool Boy. They treat him like family. You can tell Cool Boy see Bozy like his pops about turkey and man, get out of here, man. You don't know. You talking about me or somebody else? I don't know what I'm talking about. We know Al Heyman will send fighters over to Turkey. I mean, so what's the problem? You saying people don't know what they're talking about? Oh, they're talking about Isaiah. Oh, okay. Yeah, man. So, yeah, Mr. Shelton. It's just something about Andy Cruz that I like. Sure, against cab drivers and warehouse workers. Nah, one of them fighters he fought was good. I forgot his name. I think Andy Cruz's problem is he's not confident in his power. Because his last two fights, he could have stopped them dudes early. But he got wobbled one time, put down, remember? But I like him because he's sharp and he got precision punches, Mr. Shelton. He just growing on me. Just like Conor Benn. Conor Benn is growing on me. But I know he's not gonna be Chris Eubank because he shouldn't what they fight at 154 or 160? Let me see. What weight class is Conor Benn and Chris Eubank fighting at? What weight class is Conor Benn and Chris Eubanks fighting at?
Middleweight. According to Wikipedia, Chris Eubank Jr. versus Conor Benn, billed as Fatal Fury, is an upcoming middleweight professional boxing match contested between IBO middleweight champion Chris Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn.
They fight middleweight. That's crazy. Conor Benn shouldn't have did that. That's crazy. He shouldn't. Why are you going up to 160? Chris Eubank is too big. And he not taking the power pellets no more. He ain't got his punching power no more. But something I like about him. That's crazy, man. He shouldn't have did that. They should have talked him out of that. But when there's a grudge match and you don't like the dude, I guess that's what you do. That's crazy. Some people need to be saved from themselves, man. Chris Eubank is going to hurt Conor Benn, but I get two fathers had beef, so now it's being forced on the sons and the finish. Yeah, but shit, one of the sons ain't even speaking to his daddy. That's crazy. Everybody knows Chris Eubank's father irritating this shit, but damn, that's your father. That's your father, though. He might be irritating in the motherfucker, but that's your father, man. Come on, man. Jeezy in the building. Conor got to get back on them eggs. Yeah. There you go. Hey, y'all hit the like button. Join members only. I'm telling y'all now, you want the hats and all the merch. Join members only. go buy some merch, and let's do the damn thing. Yeah, Conor Ben ain't knocking nobody out no more. He ain't got that power, but I just like him. I like the way he fought. That's why I thought Devin Haney was going to fight on his comeback. Conor Ben. That's why I thought Devin Haney was going to fight on his comeback. I thought Devin Haney should have fought Conor Ben. Conor Ben has been slapped with a whole plate of breakfast eggs. Them eggs ain't gonna help him this time. They're not gonna help him, man. So I don't know. I don't know about that, man. But that fight, what, next week? When they fight? That fight coming up. Chris Eubank and Conor Ben is coming up, man. There's a lot of fights coming up, man. This week or next week, do Tim Tszyu fight? Next week? Tim Tszyu fight next week, right? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So, Trent, I know you go on other people's channels to listen to the fake narratives. I don't allow fake narratives on this show. Tell me how Al Heyman needs Turkey. Explain to me how Al Heyman needs Turkey. You got to explain to me. And make sure you say it so I can understand. Explain to me why you think Al Heyman needs Turkey. April the 28th or something like that. Okay. April 29th. Okay. Tim is next week. Okay. I'm here, Trent. We only speak facts. That's right. In here, tell them again. We only speak facts. No fake narratives in here. I'm gonna call you out. We don't talk that bullshit in here. That's why I ain't gave you a wrench yet. I gotta wait till you start talking real shit. You gotta talk. Tell me why you think Al Heyman needs Turkey out of sheep. Tell me. He got his own thing with PBC. Prime. They got plenty of money. They got plenty of money over at Prime. They having free fights on Prime now. I don't need no damn. Yeah, well, we gotta Jeezy, we gotta teach the people. We gotta teach the kids. Sometimes they think they know everything. We just gotta teach them. Teach them a little bit. Turkey need Al. Now ask me why. Ask me why. Ask me why Turkey Al Sheik need Al. Do anybody want to know why? Well, we're gonna let Trent tell us why first. I love this stuff, man. Come on with it, man. But yeah, why, Lou? Why? Because Boston Dude is in the building. Hit that like button, Boston Dude. Al has the fighters. Turkey need. There you go. That's why I gave Boston Dude a wrench. That's why I gave Boxing Dude a wrench. Hit that like button, Boxing Dude. You need to join members only too. Tony, put that members only link up there. Turkey needs fighters. He don't have no fighters. If y'all was on the show, without the fighters that these promoters are giving Turkey, he has no fighters. If Al don't give Turkey the fighters, where you gonna get them from? If Bob don't give Turkey the fighters, where you gonna get them from? If Oscar don't give Turkey the fighters, where you gonna get them from? If Eddie don't give Turkey the fighters, where you gonna get them from? Now, a couple of fighters are signed with him, Canelo, Bud, or whatever. But Turkey don't have no fighters. He's not a promoter. He needs them, really. Let's say right now, if all the promoters right now say, you get no more our fighters. No more our fighters, Trench. What Turkey gonna do? I love this shit. I do this shit for a living. What is Turkey gonna do? If all the promoters right now say, you get no more our fighters. Turkey already ran through the matchroom stable. As soon as they see Eddie ain't paying like Turkey, they will leave Matt. Yeah. Y'all hit the like button, join members only. We talking about the daddy of the daddy boys interfering in their son's career right now. And some of them are screwing their sons. Some of them are screwing their sons. Some of them are screwing their sons. So should they get rid of them? Or what they should do? What should they, excuse me, should they step back? They got to do something. They got to do something. You watching the fight this weekend? Yeah, I'm watching them. Yeah. Man, I need water. I told them that I told them I might I think about calling the fights, but nah, man, they don't show no love, so I ain't calling the fight. I was gonna call. I might go live on one of the fights. I was thinking about going live on the Brian Norman fight or the Tevin Farmer Williams to pay the fight. I don't know yet, so I'm gonna have to see. They should give awards for the oldest. Ray B say, call the fight. Yeah, I do, but you know, you gotta show me love, man, because I enjoy watching the fight instead of calling them, you know. My time is money, they be wasting my time. I ain't got no problem with it, because I was gonna call both fights, the Williams DePater and Tevin Farmer fight. That's the one I really want to call. You know, in a Brian Norman fight. But I don't know yet. I'll see. If I ain't doing nothing, I might. I might do something. But where Trent go? He ain't answered the question yet, man. Where he go? I think Tevin beats him. He might beat him this time. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised, man. Like I said, I wouldn't have did that rematch. But you know, he did it. He wanted. I don't know why Oscar did that rematch. You ran Trent off. Man, I ain't run him off. I gotta tell him facts. You know, we don't speak facts over here. Take that bullshit on them other podcasts, man. Take that bullshit on them other podcasts when they just selling the turkey this, turkey that, turkey this, turkey that. Now everybody is saying what turkey is all about. It's always a mirage. He get them the money first, and then he feed them, he fatten them up. What's the saying? You fatten up frogs for snakes, and that's what he was doing, fatten them up. And now, when his new league start, you're only getting 10 to 20,000, and the winner might get 50,000. You know, for upcoming fighters. You know, yeah. How? Turkey don't have no fighters. How he's the savior of boxing? And I don't want you saying nothing stupid. Let me get my timeout finger ready for Hannibal right now. Al Heyman got the same hate Turkey getting now. Yeah, he got it a long time ago when he was giving people all that money. But how is Turkey the savior? You know, now Turkey's showing his true colors. And if you don't see it, and I know you see it, everybody see it now. It's always a mirage. And next 2 years, there ain't none of them niggas getting that money no more. None of them. By then, Dana White done made everybody make $5 an hour. You just talking, man. You ain't saying no facts. You ain't telling us how, nothing like that, man. Get out of here. TKO boxer. Yeah, with a magazine. He gonna be, yeah, you get this magazine if you win. You get the magazine. Come on, man. He has no fighters. Right now, Al Heyman was the first to overpay. Yeah, and they sued him. They took him to court and sued him. You know? They took him to court and sued him. You know? So, it is what it is. You know? The man don't have nothing. If they want to right now, today, if the promoters wanted to play hardball, right? If the promoters wanted to play hardball and say, you know what? Screw Turkey. Let's get him up out of here. They could. They could. You know? They could. Right now, all the promoters right now want to say, screw Turkey out of the sheet. They can. Man, that they see. I know Al Heyman sitting back laughing. Say, I told y'all it wasn't going to last. Man, y'all getting $10,000, $20,000. And the winner, that's it. You know? You know what I mean? I said if. Lou, remember I told you about the Rain Magazine belt for the Booth fight? Nah, what happened? How did they determine Stanonis and Booth were the top two magazines? Nah. Oh, man. Oh, my God. Trent, that's not answering the question, champ. You like Hannibal now. You just break. See, they go Octavia right there. Somebody talked her up. Who talked Octavia up? Who talked my baby up? This she go right there. See, she wasn't in here early when we need her to fire some niggas' asses up out of here. She here now. I forgot who was it Erp? Say where Octavia at. There she go. There she go. Hey, Octavia, darling, my sweetheart, my honey bun. The Rain Magazine is on the line. Oh, shit. Yeah. But I do think it's about to happen, Hannibal, because you can listen to the way Eddie Hearn and Oscar De La Hoya was talking. It's about to happen. But somebody was in here acting crazy, saying crazy stuff, and they were like, where Octavia at so she can get that nigga up out of here? I said, yeah, my baby was here. She'd got him up out of here that quick. She don't let people irritate me. Oh, cheap ass belt. Oh man, it ain't even that. Don't nobody want that shit, man. I don't understand people, man. Turkey don't even got any real money. It's being backed by someone else, and they see that it's making no money. Nah, Turkey, Saudi government is backing Turkey out there. That's where you get the money. He got plenty of money. All that oil money is the Saudi government money. You know, he got the money, but he don't have the fighters. Without the fighters, you don't have nothing. You know? Because, like I said, if PBC, Top Rank, Matchroom, Golden Boy say no more fighters, there's nothing Turkey can do. If you're lucky, ain't on my laptop and you don't whine and cry now, come on, cry. PBC and Top Rank should collab and say F Turkey. But they don't need them. They don't need them. You see all these fights coming up without Turkey. Turkey had another card that didn't do nothing, and he had blockbuster fighters on there. Ain't do no numbers, no nothing. No nothing. You know, we as hardcores know a lot of these fighters, but don't too many people know who Better Biv and Bivol is. Don't too many people know who Better Biv and Bivol is. Tell the truth. And don't too many people know who them UK heavyweights are, but us. You know what I mean? So that's how it is, and that's how it works. That's how it is, that's how it works, man. Right now, today, boxing dude, if they want to just starve him out, they could. You know, he needs fighters to make big shows, right? And most of his fighters come from where? Matchroom and Golden Boy, right? That was most of his fighters coming from. Matchroom and Golden Boy. And you heard how Oscar was getting irritated. So, and you say Eddie Hearn say, no, he ain't going to be able to do that. Eddie Hearn getting irritated. So if he keep talking about these promoters behind their back, doing crazy shit, going up to the judges and changing the scores and all this shit, telling them, giving them the money and all that, the sanction about it already hate him. You know Mauricio hate him. You can see the writing on the wall, but these people like Trench don't understand. They just be talking, just be running their mouth. They don't understand. You know, they don't see the writing on the wall, but it's coming. It's coming. You know, I have no problem with Turkey making the fights. Make them. Make the big fights and all that stuff. Make the big fights, do whatever you want. But stop backstabbing them promoters, man. Because without them, there's no you. I guess Hannibal is okay with Turkey rigging fights when we all saw damn well Adam was outboxing Sharif. Yeah, no, Isaiah. Hannibal, you ain't seen Hannibal? He was out there in Saudi. Turkey had Canelo on one hand. He had Hannibal on the other hand. And both of them were walking down the ring together. You ain't seen Hannibal? Holding the man. Then Hannibal stopped and kissed the ring in the feet through the dirty sandals and in between the toes. That was Hannibal. Canelo, I mean, Bud only kissed the ring. Hannibal got kissed the toes. Hannibal got kissed the ring in the toes, man. Oh man, yeah. Hannibal got to kiss the ring in the toes, man. You know, he caught so much for this dude. It don't make no sense, man. Man, if y'all haven't hit the like button, hit the like button, man. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe. Join members only. Share the videos, and we just doing our thing, man. We trying to see what's going on with the daddies of the daddy boys and what they need to do, man. The daddy of the daddy boy. The daddy of the daddy boys and what they need to do, man, to get stuff straight. To get stuff straight. All of them is messing around and making the wrong decisions. All of them had made some kind of wrong decision within the last year. And I think some of them need to just step back and let their son take over. Take over. You know, just like they kept Bill Haney off the podium, they need to keep all of them off the podium. Let the kids, let the fighters on the podium. Just the fighters. Let the fighters on the podium. No more the daddies interrupting the fight, beefing with each other, trying to start racial wars and all this stuff. Nah, we don't need that shit. Let the kids do the talking. Let Devin, Schofield, Ryan, and all them dudes, let them do their own talking. Bozy don't talk about, well, Bozy do sometimes. Get Bozy that old ass off the podium too. Let all them damn kids do the talking. You know, let all the kids do the talking, man. That's how you solve them. You know, them officials that be in there, stop letting them dudes get on. Stop letting them daddies get on the podium. You know what I mean? Stop letting them dudes get on the podium. So then they don't give the kids no other choice but to speak for themselves. You know, they only give the kids no other choice but to speak for themselves, man. And that's one way of solving it. Then y'all gotta, like I said before, stop blaming the podcasters. They just doing their job. If the kids won't get them no interviews, they go to the daddies. And because they know the daddies want to be center out. You know what I mean? They know the daddies will be right there and allow them dudes to talk. You know what I mean? You know, allow them dudes to talk, man. So that's what it is. That's what it is. At least Hannibal super chat, Trent. I can't read all your bullshit. You got to show some love to the channel. You know, you think if you go on all these other channels, they're gonna read every single thing you put on there? Hannibal at least send you $10 or something. He do it. I mean, you just running your mouth. You're not. Come on, man. You gotta show the channel some love, man. I'm not reading all that shit, bullshit you putting up there, man. Get out of here. Why would I read all that bullshit? You talking bullshit? Come on, man. You ain't talking facts, man. You got to talk facts. You got to talk facts on the show, man. Stop listening to Hannibal because Hannibal's a troll. You don't even know that. He's a troll. You listen to a guy that got tank tattooed on his ass. You listen to a guy who actually have tank tattooed on his ass. So, I mean, you give him 100, okay. Power to the people. Power to the people, man. You know, but you know, it is what it is, man. I don't know, man, but I know one thing: the daddy of the daddy boys, they need to get their shit together, man, and stop interfering in these kids' life, man, and let these kids do their own damn thing. Let the kids do their own damn thing, because all the stuff they doing is not helping. It's not helping. It's not helping, man. Sometimes you can take your son as far as he can go. And like Ryan Garcia father said, I took Ryan as far as I can go, and I gave him to someone else to finish the job. Now that Ryan don't have a trainer, his father's stepping back in just for this rolling fight, just for the rolling fight. Other than that, Ryan Garcia father wouldn't be in there training his son. So what his name? Hector Garcia? That's what it is? Yeah. So Octavia, I hope you've been doing good, baby. I hope everything good out there in Texas with you. Nice seeing you on the show. You don't show me no love as much, so I know I got to come out Texas. You better not duck me either. Son of God know where you live at. We coming over there, knocking right on that door. Yeah, me and Son of God, we coming right over there, knock right on that door. Ryan Garcia, dad is the best father in 100. What a father should be towards their son. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Instead of want to be in the limelight and telling and do this and do that. And these days, man, they crazy, man. And of course, I never said this. Some of them are living their life through their daddy. Some of them are living their life through their daddies. I mean, through their sons. Some of them are living their life through their sons, man. So, you know, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. When Ryan was going through his bullshit, his father came out and said, I'm ready to talk to him to get help and to give him. Yeah, of course. That's good. You good. I'm glad everything good. I tell your father, I say, what's up? I hope everything good with him. Yeah, you can put them eyes out there all you want. Yeah, but I be nobody over there either. Yeah. Yeah, man. But I appreciate y'all, man. Thanks, Monica, for the $5 super chat. I appreciate her. Isaiah said, you going to the Nello versus Bud fight. I already got my room. I was going to go see Tank and Roach in Vegas, but that Father Day weekend, I'm not going. But I already got my room for the if Bud and Canelo fight. I already got my room. What you mean you wish he would? Whatever. We coming up there, we rolling deep. We be rolling. Not. Let me in. Hell, you talking about you wish he would. Girl, don't get me started. I'm going to be out there too. Okay, Isaiah. Yeah. You got your room already? Yeah. I already got my room. If Bud and Canelo fight, yes, sir, I got my room ready. Yeah. So I see you. Yeah. Okay. I get to see Isaiah about Vegas. Price is going to be sky high the month of. Yeah, they better get them now. They better get them rooms now. Yeah, I've been got mine. I was gonna get 2 rooms because I get my rooms free. So, oh man, Tank can never be on no Bud Crawford undercard. Now I know you don't know boxing. You just talking crazy shit now. Oh God. Why would Tank be on the undercard of a nigga that can't even outsell him? Not even as popular as him. That don't make sense. Why would you do that? Tank is not fighting in Saudi either. That might have Tank outsells Bud one day of the week. I know Bud said it. We talked about it 2 days ago. He was just trolling. That's why in my video I put the troll on there. He was trying to troll Tank, but he can't troll him. Ain't nothing he can do. He can't sell. How can you troll somebody when your fight against David Avancian was $40? You will be taken care of, Lord, but we don't need no son of God. All right. How can David Avancian, when Crawford for David Avancian, the fight was $40? $40. And he didn't even, he barely sold 100,000 at $40. Can you imagine if Tank Davis ticket was $40? Can you imagine if Tank Davis pay-per-view was $40? Can you imagine if his pay-per-views was $40? How many pay-per-view buys did he have? Crawford had $40 and couldn't even sell them. Couldn't sell them. He need a big name to sell pay-per-views. We see it, Earl Spence, now Canelo. Come on. I mean, see, Tank ain't going to do the talking, but we're going to do it for him. We're going to do the talking for him. He's jealous. But it is what it is, man, you know. $40 on black shit was sad. It didn't even sell. It didn't sell at all. I wasn't going to watch Bud fight. I ain't going to person. He slouched out. Yeah. But like I said, y'all need to start getting to Vegas, man, to these fights. Octavia, you need to come out Vegas, darling. You know, have some fun. Get out of Vegas. Get out of Texas. Get out of Texas like you got out of Florida. Get out of Texas. You know? But I wish Tank and them was fighting on a different date. I would probably go to that fight. But, you know, they fighting, I think that's the Father's Day weekend, unless they change the date. If they don't change the date, I'm not going. But if they change the date, I would go see Tank and Roach in Lamont Roach fight. You know, but I'm going to see Canelo and Bud. I already made my reservations for that day. So, but you know how shit changes. It can change just like that. You never know. This is boxing. Stuff can change real quick, man. Real quick, man. But yeah, man, like I said before, thank y'all for coming in, man. Share the video, hit the like button, man. I appreciate everybody. Y'all know I don't come on Thursdays, man. I might do a pop-up, I might not, man. I need my mental. Hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate y'all. I'll talk to you guys later. Octavia. Bye, darling. Thanks for coming on. Appreciate it.